Hi, we are out here on Whiskey Run Beach on the Oregon coast. Bandon Dunes Golf Course is just over the hill behind the camera, and the ocean is behind me. It's a beautiful morning. We are going to go ahead and start in our mountain pose. We'll go ahead and stand with our feet hip-width distance apart. We want to go ahead and stack knees over ankles, hips over knees. And then we can actively reach through the top of the head, letting the shoulders release down away from the ears, turning the palms forward. We can go ahead and close the eyes, checking in with the body, doing our body scan, making sure that we're aware of anything going on in the body today, any body part that we might need to take care of or honor as we move through our practice. We just want to become mindful of it. And then we want to go ahead and focus on our breathing, slowing the breath down, breathing fuller and deeper into the belly, letting the belly rise outward, letting the ribs expand, and then exhaling completely. Finding that nice, slow, deep belly breath. We want to let go of any judgments, competitions, or expectations we have of ourselves today. Making any modifications that feel necessary for the body to honor it. Let's go ahead and spreading out the toes, lifting the toes up off the mat, and then placing the big toe back down onto the mat. The pinky toe down onto the mat, spreading out the rest of the toes, shifting forward onto the balls of our feet about 70%. Let's inhale and reach the fingertips up to the sky. Palms come together, exhaling down to our heart center, bringing our fingertips to our forehead, linking mind, body, and breath. On our next inhale, let's sweep wide, reaching all the way up. Exhaling to our heart. Inhaling, reaching. Exhaling to the heart. Inhale, reaching up. Exhaling back to the heart. We'll inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive, moving into that first forward fold, checking in with our back, our hamstrings, the back side of our body. Bringing the hands to the shins, we lift halfway up, pulling the shoulders back away from the ears. Exhaling back to forward fold. Inhale, reverse, coming all the way up, reaching up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, half lifting. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, reversing the swan dive, coming all the way up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, half lifting up. Exhaling down, letting the hands find the mat as we step back into down dog. Pedaling the feet, alternating the heel presses into the mat. Bringing both knees down to the mat, moving the wrists underneath the shoulders. We'll move through cat and cow, letting our breath guide us. One breath, one movement. Cat, we pull the belly button to the spine, rounding the back, dropping the top of the head. Into cow, the tailbone reverses up to the sky, letting the rest of the spine move through up to the top of the head. Going with our own breath at our own pace. Just moving through the flexion and extension of the spine. Coming back to all fours. Let's go ahead and go back into child's pose, letting the tops of the feet land onto the mat, sinking the hips back. We let the forehead come down to the mat. Extending the hands out in front of us. We'll go ahead and move through our modified vinyasa flow. We inhale to a kneeling plank, exhaling to a kneeling chaturanga. Inhaling, pressing up, exhaling, pressing back. Inhaling to a kneeling plank, exhale to a kneeling chaturanga. Inhaling, pressing up, exhaling, pressing back. Inhaling to kneeling plank, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling, pressing back. One more time, let's go into kneeling plank. Exhale, pressing down. Inhaling up, going back to child's pose. Either keeping the arms extended or bringing them back by the heels. Extending the hands out in front of us. We'll go ahead and come up, tucking the toes, moving into down dog. Pressing the heels towards the mat. Sit bones up to the sky. Taking the right leg up to the sky for three-legged dog. Bringing that foot up and through to the hands. Spinning the back heel down. We move into warrior two. Actively reaching through our warrior. Fingertips to fingertips, reaching away. Turning the front palm up, we go into reverse warrior. Coming back to that warrior two. Letting the front arm gently land onto that front thigh for a modified side angle. We can drop that arm down to the floor, reaching the top arm over the head for a full side angle. Or we can keep it in the modified position. Let's bring it back up to Warrior Two. Straightening up the front leg, pressing the hip back, reaching forward, opening up. Turning to standing straddle, dropping the top of the head to the floor. Taking our right hand and placing it onto the mat, opening up with the left hand. Switching sides, taking the left hand to the mat, opening up with the right. Bringing it back down to the mat, bending into that right knee, dropping the tailbone down. Walking our hands around to the front of the mat, into our lizard lunge, going into that low lunge. We can either keep the hands up high, or we can bring them down to the elbows. Whatever feels best for the body today. We can keep the back knee up off the ground, or we can bring it down. We're gonna bring it down in just a minute anyway. So we can bring the hands back to the mat, dropping that back knee down. We're gonna come up into our 90-90 lunge. So we should feel a little bit of a pull through that hip flexor on the left side. Sitting up nice and tall. We're going to inhale and reach up. Exhale, twisting to the right side. Coming back around, placing the hands onto the mat, stepping back into down dog. We can alternate the heel presses here if that's comfortable. We'll go ahead and take the left foot up to the sky. Three-legged dog. Bringing that foot up and through to the hands. Spinning the back heel down, coming up to our Warrior Two. Turning the front palm up, we go into reverse warrior. Moving back to Warrior Two. Reaching through the hands. Remembering to breathe. Taking it to our modified side angle first, letting that arm gently land on that front thigh as we open up with the top hand. And we can keep it here, or we can slide it down to side angle. Bringing it back up to Warrior Two. Straightening out the front leg, pressing the hip back. We move into triangle. Opening up with the top arm. Turning towards our standing straddle. Dropping the crown of the head to the floor. Taking the right hand and grabbing hold of, wrong direction. Taking the left hand and grabbing hold of the right ankle, opening up to the side. Switching, coming through, grabbing the right hand to the left ankle, opening up. Dropping the hands, bending through that left knee, rotating around to the front of the mat, into our lizard lunge. Again, we can keep it high, or we can bring it down to the elbows. Bringing our hands back to the mat, dropping the back knee onto the ground. We rise up into our 90 lunge. And we can inhale up and exhale, twisting to the left this time. Coming back around, placing the hands onto the mat, we'll go ahead and step up into forward fold. Our hands come to our shins, we lift halfway up, shoulders pulling back away from the ears. Letting our hands come back behind us for airplane, lifting through the chest, palms facing the ground. Shifting forward into chair pose. We can keep it here, or we have the option to lift through the heels into a balanced chair. And then we can sweep up, inhaling, reaching all the way up. Exhale, releasing, coming back to our mountain pose. We'll go ahead and inhale, reach up, exhale, making a fist, bringing it back around onto our sacrum, pushing the hips forward, opening up through the chest for a standing camel. Bringing it back to center. Taking and planting our right foot into the ground, stacking the knee over the ankle, the hip over the knee, actively reaching up through the crown of the head. We pull that hip up and in, engaging through that lower core, lifting up. When we're ready, we bring the left foot over, above or below our kneecap, to a place where we feel safe, yet challenged today. Our hands can be at our Anjali Mudra at our heart center. They can grow out and reach up like a tree. Softening our face, softening our gaze. We release, bringing it back down. We'll go ahead and switch sides, planting that left foot into the ground, finding a good foundation, rooting the foot into the earth, stacking the knee over the ankle, the hip over the knee, lifting through the crown of the head. We pull the right foot over, above or below the kneecap, and let our hands go where they feel safe but challenged today. And each side of the body might feel just a little bit differently. It's okay. And then we release, coming back to mountain. Had a few bugs. So we'll go ahead and we'll inhale, reach up. Exhale, taking the right hand to the side, reaching over with the left. Nice long lateral stretch here, supporting with that hand down by our side. Inhaling, coming up. Exhale, reaching over to the other side. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhale, swan diving, moving into that forward fold, hinging at the hip, letting the crown of the head drop to the ground. Let's go ahead, heel toe, walk the feet out to the corner, to the sides of the mat. Going into Malasana, our deep garland pose, our deep squat. We'll go ahead and bend through the knees, chest to the thighs, dropping the tailbone down. Elbows come on the inside of the knees, pressing outward. Again, we can take the right hand down to the mat, opening up with the left. Switching sides, taking the left hand down to the mat, opening up with the right. Coming back down to our seated position, we just bring it all the way down, extending both legs, moving into staff pose, sitting up nice and tall through the crown of the head. Remembering to breathe. Taking the right leg, we're going to pull it up underneath. Again, stopping at any point for cradle the baby. If this is where our body's at today, then we just cross that leg and enjoy cradle the baby here. Or we can pull it up and in, tucking it into the elbow and wrapping the other arm around. And then we cross the leg over, sitting up nice and tall. We inhale and reach, exhale, we twist to the right side. Switching sides, we'll go back to our seated position, grabbing our left leg this time. We pull up and under. Again, it might feel different on the other side of the body, so we just want to honor each side in its own way. And we'll go ahead and cross over. Inhaling, reaching up, exhaling, twisting to the left, setting the elbows, remembering to breathe. And then we can go ahead, rock, come back, grabbing both hamstrings. We can go ahead and rock back onto our back, pulling knees to chest, releasing the back here, releasing any sigh, sound, or scream that may come out. Enjoying knees to chest, releasing the back. Bringing both feet down to the mat, letting the soles of the feet touch as we come into reclining butterfly, reclining Baddha Sukhasana. And let's go ahead and extend the legs, coming into Shavasana, into our corpse pose today. Letting the feet relax out to the side, hands can rest on our belly or by our sides, closing our eyes. Exhaling completely, we surrender to the softness of the pose. Letting our body release into the mat, looking into the brow center, seeing shapes, colors, or patterns. We can go ahead and start to move our fingers and toes again, bringing knees to chest and rocking from side to side if that feels comfortable for the body. We can slowly make our way to our seated position the easiest way we can for our body today. And we'll go ahead and take a nice big inhale, reaching up. Exhaling, releasing wide. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling wide. And one more time, we inhale, reaching up, letting the palms meet together. The light in me accepts and reflects the light in you. Thank you. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed it.